Hi there, Sean Wilmot. Today we're going to be looking at the Volkswagen Crafter MWB30, that big white van right behind me. There is 10.7 cubic meters of space back here, and just to prove the point as to how big that actually is, check this out. And I'm standing tall without cranking my neck. In actual fact, we take 4 of these Euro cargo pallets, we can lay them down, 1, 2, 3, 4, right to the back of the cab. That's brilliant if you want to carry huge amounts of cargo, which is precisely what this Crafter is designed to do. So it's not all about space in the back of a Crafter, there's security to think of as well. And that's why Volkswagen's put in these handy little cargo lash points here, but not just 4 of them. There's 5 down this side, there's 5 down that side, which gives you 10 lash down points in total. Add to that, you've also got lights here, here, and up here, which gives you perfect lighting for loading those extra little tricky bits and lashing down, of course. And you have this wonderful floor coating here, which protects the interior of your van for resale. That's smart investment thinking, Volkswagen. Well done. As to loading cargo, well, you've got 2 massive rear wing doors at the back. They open up and they pin to the side of the vehicle magnetically, so they can open up on an angle if you like. But you've also got side access doors, one on the left, one on the right, and I've got that completely backwards, but you get the point. This one opens up here, and that gives you free flow access right through to this massive cargo area. Now, one of the things about driving a van is that you have a real problem getting in and out of the thing all the time, all day, every day. Volkswagen have taken that massive amount of cargo height in the cargo area, translated it across to the cabin, and made it their mission to make it as easy as possible for the driver to get in and out of the vehicle. Volkswagen gives you 3 separate panels, which means you've got plenty of space to store your files, your documents, your iPads, or anything else you might happen to need during the course of your business. I think that's pretty well thought out too. The Volkswagen Crafter, for all its physical dimensions, is actually powered by a 2-litre Volkswagen engine, exactly the same as you'd find in the Transporter, which we reviewed earlier. That engine runs a 103 kilowatt power rating and 340 newton meters of torque, which is actually more than you need for something even the size of the Crafter. As with most vans, we have a transmission, and this one's an automatic with a sport shift mode, so I can use it manually. But what I haven't told you is that that transmission is an 8-speed. In a van though, having that extra gear it just makes everything so much more effortless. So how easy is it to negotiate around small spaces? Well, we're going to prove it to you exactly how easy it is to do, because we can now demonstrate exactly how brilliant Volkswagen has managed to contrive a reversing camera into this vehicle to make the driver's life that much easier. I will be using my mirrors basically because it is always prudent, but the bulk of the backing can actually be done on that camera alone. Now, that Volkswagen park assist function is there with the little guidelines that are very, very handy, because that little red line down the bottom there will actually level me with basically where my rear bumper is. Now, there's no question that the Volkswagen Crafter is a working van, but that doesn't mean that you're being shortchanged on the creature comforts either. Volkswagen have done a wonderful thing with their steering wheel. So you have your cruise control, you have your speed limiter control, you also have the volume controls for your stereo, you can station change, you've got access to your Bluetooth cell phone, you've even got voice command. Now, there is one other function, and that is one that I want to highlight, and that is the fact that you can have a heated steering wheel, which will tie in very nicely and neatly with your heated exterior mirrors, and that makes it absolutely ideal as a Volkswagen that can trundle around in the snow or in the sun as you wish. The average height of a vehicle on New Zealand roads can be largely based on a double cab ute. We've just happened to find one. I'm now going to get you to look straight out the window and see exactly how tall we are in comparison with a ute. As you can see, my headline is pretty much the same as where that driver's headline would be as well. So the Volkswagen Crafter, for all its physical size and dimensions, is actually quite user-friendly to drive for just about anybody. On the outside, it looks pretty much like the Volkswagen Crafters we know and love, but on the inside, it's completely new. There are all sorts of other cubbies and convenience holders as well. Big deep dish area here with a 12-volt connector plug, dashboard and cabinets here, and here, and here, even over here, where we also have USB ports and an input-output jack for your auxiliary equipment. So if you need to plug in laptops and things like that, you can do it quite easily and quite comfortably, and all the cables neatly out of the way. These little cubby holes here, just as the ones in the door that we saw earlier, are nicely tracked, so they'll hold your items down nice and safe and secure while you're driving the vehicle. But that's not all. Underneath these seats here, we have additional storage capacity. And this one is full depth. It's huge. You can fit a small laptop in there. Well, actually, you can fit a large laptop in there. In fact, you can fit a tower computer in there quite comfortably. Now, unfortunately, what we don't have is additional storage under this particular seat that I'm sitting on right now. The reason for that is because this is a remarkable seat. This is very similar to what the truck drivers, the big truck drivers, had to sit on all day long. It's a certified suspension seat, which basically means that it is ultra comfortable and you can literally spend all day, all night sitting, driving this van and completing your 8 to 16 hour days in complete and utter comfort. These headlights here, they're LED light displays and they're absolutely fantastic. What Volkswagen have done is put them on the outside of the van as standard, and as an option you can specify LED lighting in the cab and in the rear cargo space. Personally, I think that's a fantastic idea. So overall, Volkswagen have done an absolutely brilliant job with this vehicle. Well done, Volkswagen. Fantastic vehicle.